We'll talk about that in a bit. Just wait.
Guys, it is great to see everyone today. I'm Jason Miller, Vice President, Institutional Advancement. It's hard to believe 2015 just seemed like the other day, and here we are in 2025, so it goes by pretty quick. I want to thank some team members that are here today of mine. Christy Grundy is in our Office of Institutional Advancement. I want to thank our President of the Gridiron Club, Don Graham, for being here, and also Mark Libbs, Executive Director of Institutional Advancement as well. But a lot of people know we've got some special speakers for you guys today. A lot of you went a lot of your way out of here in the state of Ohio to come on back to support our Eagles, especially a huge game today against the Findlay Oilers. Both teams are undefeated in the GMAC. Pumpkinheads, I love that. So before we have game time here, he has to head down to the locker room. Coach Geiser wanted to say a few words. So, head football coach, Doug Geiser.
You guys are a very special team. Very special team. Went back and read about it this week and forgot how special. And you kind of paved the way. Undefeated regular season. Team year was on the wall downstairs. LEAC championship. Very, very special. Even as good a players you were, even more special people. You were Ashland men. That's the thing that we talk about now. Our mission statement here is the development, the cultivation of Ashland men. You guys embody what that meant. And for us, what that means is guys that rigorously, relentlessly pursue excellence in every aspect of their life. You guys showed it on the field in 2015, and now you're showing it live in the contact. The fact that I had a choice of what game I brought you back for. There was no doubt in my mind. There was no doubt in my mind it was going to be fit. Didn't matter what the score, the records were at that point. I wanted you here for this game. I knew it would be important for us. Didn't realize they'd be what they are. Okay? I need to ask the favor of all the players in the room, though. When we come off the field at 12:35, I want you guys to congregate in the lobby at 12:30. I want you in the locker room before we take the field. I want the players, the current players, to feel your energy, to feel your passion, to feel your enthusiasm, to feel your excellence. And I want them to stand on your shoulders today, gentlemen, and help spur us on to a victory. It's 1-0 every week, yes. We know this. When you play the Pumpkinheads, it's a little something extra. It's a little something extra. Appreciate everybody being here. I was just talking to most already. Appreciate you being here. And hopefully put on a great show for you and make you guys proud as the ones. Go Eagles.
Next, I'd like to introduce our president who has a very, very busy schedule. This individual is knowing what the Ashland tradition is about. I was telling a lot of people every Tuesday we have an executive leadership team meeting, and it was so neat. As you can see, we have a lot of new beautiful signs across campus. So at Ohio State, Michigan that week, you see a lot of people Xing out the letter F. Well, on our campus this week, our students took a lot of pride and joy. They X'd out, they put orange tape over the letter F. So pretty cool stuff here. So we were explaining that to a lot of different people across campus. I was explaining to my daughter, she's like, why is there orange tape all over the F? So she thought that was pretty cool. So Dr. John Parrish-Petey is our president. He's been here for 1 full year, and he's looking forward to speaking to everyone today here in the Truth Center. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. John Parrish-Petey.
Thanks. I'll keep this somewhat short. Part of it being the president is what the doctors learn. First, do no harm. What that means is keep the heart of the place going. Now, I've been to reunions where everybody that was in the room went to Ashland College. They all went to Ashland University, most of them. And what is important to me is keeping the heart of it like that. And glad to have Coach Geiser, but when he looks back on building on tradition, he's building on what Leo always did. And I know, I know we're going to hear from Coach, but can we acknowledge him and thank him too? Lee, I don't think I've seen you tell you, but about 6 weeks ago, the governor of Ohio brought in 20 or 30 presidents. He brought on the residents. He was there, the first lady, and chancellor of higher education for the state, and the lieutenant governor. And so the lieutenant governor was, you know, in your book, and you're talking about leadership. And the way I look at it is my presidency is first doing all harm, uphold our tradition. And then when I talk about athletics, yeah, I care a great deal about the wins and losses. I care even more about the character. I care about building young people into the best version of themselves. So that's what we're doing here. If you saw 2 springs ago, the highest GPA in all of NCAA, all sports, men and women, was the basketball team, for example. You take the championships that we've had in football, you take in this room, there are 2 undefeated seasons that people in this room played with. That's important to us. The other part of it is when we think mind, body, spirit, we had FCA, we had 425 people roughly at Fellowship of Christian Athletes. So people are coming here, they're finding the best version of themselves on the field and in the classroom and then in their private life. So I don't want to go on too long. I'm going to say the cultural excellence. Yeah, I think that buildings are just a little better than you had. And when I talked to the 50-year class union, believe me, it's considerably better than anything they had. But having the players back, having equipment team back, having coaches back. What I really like is coming here, my wife and I, we've been treated like we're part of the community. And my job is to keep that going. So my door's always open. I can always do my job better. And I'm only going to get better if y'all say, hey John, we love this. We think you should be doing that too. So thank you for coming back. Especially thank you for bringing your little bunch and your family. If you don't feel that the entire family is welcome, then we're not providing this place well. So thank you for battling on the field, and thank you for having us in your hearts. Thank you.
I'm aging myself on this next one. The next gentleman I'd like to come on up is our athletic director, Al King. When Al was here, he was the sports information director. And as I was a baseball player, Al did so much stuff behind the scenes, not only for baseball, but for all sports. Al is a leader here at this institution, being here for over 30 years now. He really embodies what accent on the individual is, not only for the football teams, basketball, but for all sports. He's a wonderful leader of this athletic department, and Al wanted to say a few words to everybody today. So, ladies and gentlemen, Al King, our athletic director.
Thanks for coming out, guys. This is the, as I was saying to Jason and Mark, this is the biggest group we've had back. So I appreciate you coming out like this. It means a great deal to us with everything. As we said, got a great game for you today. Best that we could do. It's good to see Coach Owens back here on campus with everything and be back with you guys. And that's really, in the couple minutes I have, this is what I'm going to talk about a little bit here is, you know, it means a lot for us, for you guys to all come back, okay? And when we hired Doug a couple years ago, and we're going through the search and everything, I talked to a guy that coached against us a lot. It's Paul Winters, that it was at Wayne State. Certainly, he coached with Lee at Akron. Lee coached against him a number of years. And Doug, actually on the same staff with him. But Paul Winters said to me when we were doing that, he said, you know, you guys are different. Because he said at Ashland, it matters. It matters. People care. It matters the whole time. And so what I'm going to tell you in the next 2.5, 3 minutes is it really does matter. It matters that you take the time to come back here, that you would do this. You could go anywhere else on a Saturday afternoon like this. You can sit at home and watch Ohio State and Purdue if you want to. It matters that you're here, okay? And nobody should be down there in that locker room like you guys. You guys more than any of us here. More than sitting over there or me. You know what it's like to get up at 8 o'clock on a Saturday morning, go to chapel, go to breakfast, walk out here and come in here and look out here and see what it looks like and say, what's this going to be like in 3 hours? Are we going to beat Finland? And by the way, I wasn't the one who put people out there to put the tape over the stuff. I got asked that 3 days ago by facility. Did you do this? I said, I didn't do this at all. But it matters. It matters greatly. It matters to us that you guys who come back here are proud of what we do. Proud of what we do academically. Proud of what we do in the community. Proud of what we do in the field. We're proud to be associated with you because you're the ones who helped set this tone here. It was all those years that Coach Owens was here coming in and turning the program in a different direction. All those things still matter. Okay, they aren't, it's like 2015 and then it's 10 years, it doesn't matter. It's all connected. So thank you for coming back here today. Thank you for coming out here and supporting these guys and us. It's changed. It's changed wildly in the facilities. It's changed wildly in the world of college athletics with NIL and a transfer portal. But what hasn't changed? It matters. It really, really matters. We're not playing like some places where you just want to, have a football program, we'll be okay. No. It matters that we're good. It matters to the people who gave the money for these facilities out here. It matters. It matters that people care and that we're going out here and playing. I told the president earlier this week, I said, hey, it's getting to mid-November. You better get, you might want to get some different clothes. He's from Mississippi. They don't layer their clothes a lot in Mississippi. He said, you might want to go out to the Finn and get some long johns because we're going to be playing a while. But he's here. It matters. He's at the games. It matters. And for you people to come here today means the world to us. Whatever we can do for you today while you're here in this visit, let me know, let my staff know. Last thing is, look, it's almost 40 minutes away from kickoff. If you've got any magic here, if you've got any mojo, don't hold it any longer. Now's the time to go. So, thank you again. Great to see all of you.
Thank you, Al. Al fired up today. Next individual I'd like to bring up to talk to you guys. This gentleman is the president of our Gridiron Club. The amount of dedicated service, dedicated energy. He lives an hour away in Willard, Ohio, but he's been the president of this Gridiron Club for almost 20 years. He believes in this institution, just like Al said, because it matters. He and his wife Kathy bleed purple and gold through and throughout. What they do for this institution, this football program, we can't thank him enough for all that he does for our football Eagles. Ladies and gentlemen, our president of the Gridiron Board and the Gridiron Club, John Graham.
I can't tell you how warm the feeling is to get to see all of you, all right? I remember going to the field, I remember the practices, I remember the great conversations that we would have. Many of you in this room will work for Kathy and I in the summers, or at least got a chance to come out and boat with us and have some fun with us. And I always tell every guy that work for us, the keys are always in the boat, all right? So if you come to my house, the keys are always in the boat, all right? So, but hey, no, it's great to see all of you. Great excellence in this room. Great dedication. You guys carved the way in this current era of football. And Coach Owens, I know how he loves you guys, and he'll speak to you here in a few minutes. I got to go broadcast in about 8 minutes here. But hey, this helmet today, this is a special helmet today that we're going to auction off today on the side of the auction. It'll probably be down there in the $300 probably started out $100, $50 increments. This is looking nice, really sitting on your shelf at home. All right, so feel free to help us out. And this group too is the group that we really want to set the stage for the next generation in our Gridiron Club. So if you're not a member, we have a special $125 membership that doesn't include all the gear and all the things that we don't want to give in that first year. $250 in the traditional membership, includes the gear and parking passes and all of that. So please, help us out in any way you can. You guys can be a part of the way the Gridiron Club, I think, is pretty good for you guys, and it certainly makes a difference for these guys out here. So, hey, let's be family today, pumpkin day, all right? I want to see that pumpkin thrown off. We're going to throw it off after this victory today. So welcome back again, and thank you very much.
All right, last but definitely not least, this nice guy, probably you got to play with one of the best coaches in the history of Ohio football, regardless. Started out at Crestview, went to Gallion, won a state championship at Gallion, and had the opportunity to go to Lancaster, one of the most storied programs in Ohio and the United States at Massillon, Washington. Then went off to Ohio State, and off to be the head coach at the University of Akron. I know he was here, hired in 2004, and just really set the bar for Ashland University football. Coach Martinelli obviously set the table with Lee Owens, another level. This facility is a big reason why, this center as well. When you consistently get to compete against a Grand Valley State, a Ferris State, those type of schools, it's because of this guy right here. So ladies and gentlemen, your former head coach, Coach Lee Owens.
You notice that we beat these guys so many times, we smashed so many pumpkins, they've changed the color of their helmets. It's not orange anymore, but they're still the pumpkin heads. They've changed their helmets, they'll always be the pumpkin heads. You know, seniors, any of you guys ever lose to the pumpkin heads? No way. You know what? None of us were around the last time the pumpkin heads come in here and won a game. We told the team that last night. A long, long time ago. That was ancient history when they were able to come into our house and beat us. It just doesn't happen. It's not going to happen today. We had a chance to talk to the team last night. First thing I told the team last night, you guys will appreciate this because a lot of us talk about legacy. That's what we did, what we done. 2015 obviously was a great year. But legacy is really what we've done for others and what we prepare for others and what we leave for others. What we've experienced out here with this football team, that's our legacy. That's you and I. What we were able to do with the kind of season we had in 2015 that makes that possible. And you know, I told the team and Coach Geiser and all you guys who were here, Coach Geiser know the job he's done. As somebody who really cares about that legacy and really cares about this university and really cares about this football program. I'm so proud of the fact that I've watched that team go on the bus and go win a bowl game for the first time. I'm so proud that I've watched that team since I've left get on the bus and go win a playoff game on the road for the first time. I'm so damn proud of them for beating IUP this year after the tough losses we had against that team. And I was so proud of them for going through a really tough schedule this year. Very few teams in America have ever had to play so many games on the road early in the season as this football team did. And they put their head down and plowed through, didn't make excuses, and found a way to get it done and put themselves in a situation where they're playing for a championship. But that kind of play, the kind of things Coach Geiser has done, that's about what we left behind, what you left behind. It's also about the kind of support that he's had that was with us then, with the athletic director, with Al, with Jason, with Don Graham. Those guys were a part of that. And they continue to share those kind of things we've always done. And quite truthfully, and I found this out personally, with our new president, President Petey, Coach Geiser has found a guy who is a great supporter of the football program, great supporter of the athletic program, a great fit for this university. So we are truly blessed to be a part of this program, to be a part of this tradition. You probably heard I wrote a book. Some of you guys were mentioned in the book. There's books on sale, the bookstore annex. You can get them today. If you bring them back, I'll be around all day. I'll be glad to sign it for you. You can get them on Amazon, but I can't sign it for you. I told the players last night, I wrote a book, and I talked about something with them last night. I've got to single out one player. It's hard to do because all you guys are special to us. But you know, the quarterback's always special to me for a lot of different reasons. But I told them in this book, and I was glad that our quarterback was there. I said, you know, I talked about in this book what separates the championship team from the pretender. I told them what determines the destiny of a team more than anything else. I told them what makes a great quarterback, what is the it factor of a great quarterback more than anything else. Read it, chapter 1. It's toughness. It's toughness. It's physical toughness, which is manifest from the inside, a will, a spirit, and a mind that you have inside you that comes out with a physical toughness to play this game. That's what separates the pretenders from contenders. That's what's going to make a difference in this game today. Who's the toughest team? Who's the most physical team? And there was no team that I coached more physical than this team. And the reason there was no team that I coached more physical than this team is because there was no quarterback I coached that was more physical than this quarterback. You can talk about all his accolades, best ever in the GLIAC, best ever in Ashland, 100 touchdowns, 11,000 yards. But what they missed is the fact that the guy was tough. From his first time he was a freshman leading the team down there against Jamie Meter, and he hit him up underneath. He put himself up, brushed himself off, and took those scout team right down to the end zone and found a way to score. We knew he had a tough one. He plays for 4 years. He never misses a game. He never misses a practice. And he was the most courageous guy in the pocket I ever coached. How many times did he stand in there right to the very end and deliver the ball before he'd take one under the chin and get right back up again? But here's the reality. That leadership, we've all got that inside us. His toughness bled over to all of you. It bled to every one of you. And it's contagious. And nobody ever out-hit us. Anybody ever out-hit us? Anybody ever more physical than we are? Anybody ever block longer than we did? Tackle harder than we did? Never. It didn't happen. Because we had the toughest guy. And I told him this. When I had the toughest guy quarterback, we were going to win 99% of the time. And right now, here's what I believe in my heart. Number 2, Cam Blair, he's the toughest quarterback out there on the field. You watch him play. He's a warrior. He'll run the ball hard. He'll get hit. He'll get back up. He's a physical, tough guy. So I really feel good about this game today, and I told the team that. The only thing I skipped, and I'll finish with this, is in chapter 1 I talk really there's two things that separate great teams, 2 things that separate great players that have it. It's not only toughness, but man, it's also character. It's an unselfishness. It's a team spirit. It's caring about the people around you. It's having their back. This team always had that. We had that great character. And quite honestly, as I walk through the door today, see Austin walk in, Zach walk in, and those little ones in their blue eyes, doll babies. I know there's many, many more of you. You were great teammates, great sons, but you're even better fathers and husbands. That's who you are. You're good people. And good people win, particularly when they're tough. Particularly when they're tough. And you know what? This life's not easy. It takes a lot of toughness to get through it. And have the kind of success you've had, and have the kind of relationships you've had, and experience the things that you've experienced. I said in the first part of this book, I said one thing at the very beginning, and I just shared this with you. It said right here, very first page, to every team, to every athlete, to every coach, to every staff member, to every team sport, I thank you for a life filled with the spirit of the team. So we have right here, right now, today. Let's go out and smash some pumpkins. Let's go out and get a great win today over that team and take this thing to a championship and beyond. Thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate you being here.
How about that? He's got another hero that was in the building. I thought Tim Rose, Coach Owens was in here. Unbelievable. Well, thank you for coming back. We want to say thank you for your passion, your dedication, but also your commitment to this institution. This institution is a big part of my family, but this is some of the greatest places on earth. This is a great place to work. It's a great place to watch people grow. We're very proud of you as an alum. If you ever need anything from us, we're on the 3rd floor of Founders Hall. We'd love to come out back and you can talk to us. But Thank you for your commitment. Thank you for your dedication. And thank you for all you do for our Eagles. Let's go get a W today. Thank you.